Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the UDA party is troubled, and the trouble is that they had booked and paid for the Nyayo Stadium so that they can have their final rally on 6th of next month ahead of the general election. And the issue there is that UDA party, in one hand, through their Secretary General, is it Nancy Gitau, she had paid that property. But again, in the other hand, there's also claims from the SK that there will be a peace concert that will take place at Nyayo Stadium on the same date, same time. That means there is two activities that might be taking place at Nyayo Stadium on 6th of next month. And because of this, it's like UDA party event has been rejected. So therefore, they might not have a chance to have access of that property. Now, generally, in simple terms, we know UDA is full of propaganda. There can be possibility there are propaganda behind this. Maybe they booked, but unfortunately the other person had paid earlier. But again, it could be true they had booked earlier than those who are booking for the concert. And then their event has been cancelled. Because of politics, there's a possibility in either side. But Kenyans, instead of sympathizing with William Ruto, the control is happening here, because this is what Gladys Boschole shared on her Facebook. And if you check on the response from Kenyans, it's so funny. She wrote a very long story, but we're not going to go through all of it. This is what she's saying. On 12th July, UDA booked and paid 1,508,000 for the use of Nyayo Stadium for its last rally scheduled on 6 August. Accordingly, Sports Kenya SK, the managing authority of Nyayo Stadium, issued the UDA Secretary General Veronica Maina an official contract of hire and a receipt after paying via bank transfer was effected. So they have the receipt there. Kasarande, 12th July 2022, received from United Democratic Alliance, shillings 1 million. Wameandika hapo kila kitu. The transfer through the bank, Equity Bank, all those, the sports certificate they have there. But the issue is, they are now saying that because of the state capture, SK has decided to cancel their event for the peace concert to take place. But the question Kenyans are asking William Samoei Ruto, why is it that if he did not get chance at Nyayo Stadium, why couldn't he choose on one of the stadiums? He was promising Kenya that in 6 months' time, Water Stadium will be complete. Alikuwa anasema in 6 months' time, Chuka Stadium will be complete. He talked about Kamarin, West Pokot, Moyale, Eldoret, Nyeri, Kiambu, Mombasa, Kisumu. Whopping 9 stadiums that he promised Kenyans when they were going for a re-election in 2017. That means the man who was promising this thing was a sitting deputy president. Listen to this shortly.
But let me begin with this, because this is very important to Kenyans.
I know many people, I have heard many people discuss about, okay, you made promises, you haven't kept some of them. As we talk today, in 6 months' time, the stadium in Wote will be complete. In 3 months' time, the stadium in Chuka will be complete. In 3 months' time, the stadium in Moyale will be complete. In 6 months' time, the stadium in Kamarin in West Pokot which is historic, will be complete. In a couple of months, the stadium in Eldoret will be complete. In Nyeri, the president gave the title. There was a challenge of title. Now we have a title, and now the program has been rolled out. In Kiambu, in another 3-4 months, the stadium will be complete. We have challenges. We have a small challenge in Mombasa because the county government has issues of ownership of the land, although all the contracts and everything has been signed for, including the tartan for the stadium is in place. We have a small challenge again in Kisumu because the county government has not relocated the dumping site, which is next to the stadium, and international requirements dictate that you cannot have a dumping site side by side with a stadium. As soon as that is relocated, that process will be complete. So instead of 5 stadiums, we actually went for 9, just to make it good and to make it better. We actually went for 9, just to make it good and to make it better.
All right, Your Excellency, why did you lie to Kenyans on that podium? You have seen side by side the pictures of the stadiums you mentioned in 2-3 months. 2017, before the election came and went. We are in 2020. Why did you lie to Kenyans about the stadiums?
I think lie is a very heavy word. Let me tell you, Ken.
Now we are continuing with the panel discussion, but just a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you're not yet subscribed, so my humble request, please consider subscribing so that another time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, what Kenyans are communicating to William Samoei Ruto, if you don't understand, and his allies, the current members of parliament in UDA party, who decamped from Jubilee, the people who are carrying Jubilee manifesto, the agenda of Jubilee party. The questions Kenyans are asking here, before William Ruto and his allies come to complain in public about being denied Nyayo Stadium that was constructed so many years ago, he should be answering Kenyans about the 9 stadium they promised. Before he come and cry about the old stadium that was constructed a long time way ago during Moi era. That's the time they constructed this thing. Before he come and complain about this property, he should be showing Kenyans the water stadium that he promised. And he was giving a timestamp of 6 months, 3 months. 6 months, 3 months. You have heard himself. And he was reminded by Ken Mijungu on an interview at KTN News. Ruto lacked answers to that issue. Handshake came long time later, not in 2 months, not in 3 months. But they had time to construct this thing. Now he's saying handshake and all those things. The issue is that even through the handshake, I saw William Ruto, Raila Odinga, and President Uhuru Kenyatta on top of vehicles talking about handshake. Even Ruto was received in Kisumu. That means he welcomed it. So it never stopped those things. He had a chance. 6 months was there. 3 months was there. There was no stadium. So the best thing Ruto could have done, instead of disturbing Kenyans with the complaint they are raising in social media, he should have decided to take his rally in one of these stadiums that he had mentioned earlier in 2017. That means even before election, because I was saying 6 months time, the stadium, we were calculating time from the day he was promising 6 months to come. nothing was accomplished. That means Ruto was lying to the electorate at expense of winning the vote. You whip people's emotion, you entice them with fake promise at expense of getting their vote. So Ruto and President Uhuru Kenyatta, they got the vote because of lying to the electorate. The good thing is that Uhuru is going home. But now the person we are questioning here is the man who was on ballot with President Uhuru Kenyatta. The man who was promising to Kenyans. The man who spoke to the electorate directly. The man who appeared on camera explaining on how they are going to accomplish the 9 stadium. Why couldn't Ruto take his rally in one of these 9 stadiums? Why is he taking on an old property that was constructed by another government? Why is he not choosing one of the property that was constructed by Jubilee government? Because he has been taking credit from every success Jubilee party has made. So equally, he has to take the blame. So what Kenyans are telling William Ruto, it is time to take the blame. Not to shift it to any other person. It is time to own the failures in Jubilee party. Crying for Nyayo Stadium is doing Kenyans a disservice. Ruto should have been happily having his last rally in one of the projects constructed by Jubilee government as a way to celebrate the progress that Jubilee has made in this country, because he has always wanted to earn from every progress they have made. So why can't he use one of the stadiums constructed by Jubilee party to celebrate the progress in Jubilee as he's going to have his last rally? That is what Kenyans are asking. They are not ready to sympathize with him because he's promised a lot, but he delivered hot air to the public. Even some of the stadiums they have tried to do, really, if you look at them, you can't compare to a property, a facility where he is requesting to have his own last rally. We understand politics is playing into this issue. We know it is playing, but we are going for the question Kenyans are asking. You see, if they could have completed these 9 stadiums, I think some people could have sympathized with him. But because it failed and he was on front line, he was in front line articulating on how Jubilee is going to accomplish their project. So he's on ballot, and that is the reason why Kenyans are here to ask him questions. So William Ruto, we are waiting to see how they will resolve this issue, because now they are taking it to court, if they will be given a chance there or not. But at the end of the day, it could have been good if you have your last rally, at least in Kamarin Stadium, West Pokot, or in Eldoret, or even in Kisumu, Kiambu also, or Mombasa, where you are giving this promise. That's my view. I don't know what to think about this, but let us meet in the comment section to have a continuation of this conversation. See you in our next video.